Hello, internets.
Yes, we are. All right, it's still not showing me my video.
Is your browser at the top have like a little icon showing it's blocked or something?
No, so I have a continue allowing access. Do I need to stop it doing stuff through any kind of video through Discord?
Should need to.
Shouldn't be affecting it though.
No.
Hmm. Alrighty.
Just all of you. A second.
Hmm.
Be an online internet game if there wasn't a little bit of this at the beginning.
I've always called it the curse.
No, I want Logitech HD. I don't use XSplit anymore. It's not going through my capture card. Allow. Hmm.
There we go. Alright, well, if you'd like to continue to mess with that, feel free.
I will.
I'm just gonna blather on for a little while here. So, welcome everyone to what I'm dubbing session 1/2 of our Rise of the Runelords campaign. This is an epic length Pathfinder campaign. Are to 5 each for our purposes, and tonight we're going to do just an initial one shot for the characters to meet each other and get into some shenanigans. See what it's like to play together. So, yeah, I think that so we already met as a group to kind of go over expectations, and talk about the type of campaign that we want to see. That's my video. Stop screen. Start. So introductory one shot. We've already created characters. And so I think hey, there's Hawkeye.
Yep. Follows fails, unplug it and replug it back in.
There you go. Golden rule of IT. So would you all like a chance to go around and kind of introduce yourselves to the stream? Kind of talk about what you do.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start off. I'm Kentucky Hawkeye, KY Hawkeye on Instagram, here on Twitch, and on Twitter. Cancer Cleric by day, RPG fanboy by night. I also do some streaming as well, and looking forward to a fun campaign to start out from at the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm playing Zarxus, a dragonborn wizard, and I'm also here on Fellowship of the Tables. And this would be pretty fun, I think. Big Pathfinder and D&D. I'm very excited.
And Speedy.
Hey, I'm Speedy Doggo, basically everywhere. I'm mostly an artist and don't do a lot of streaming D&D, so I'm very excited to hang out online and play this campaign because I have not played 5e for so long. I play Kale, who's a half human, half tabaxi warlock, and he doesn't know what's going on, and that's fine.
We'll show him what's going on.
So I guess I'm up.
Go ahead.
I'm Jolene on here, but I'm star 19 on most of my other stuff, or I'm Jolene on Facebook. I've been playing D&D for a while, but this is my first time ever doing it on the computer.
Very cool. I'm Andrew, GM. Glenn and I are the admins on a Discord server called Fellowship of the Tables. Lots of cool people hanging out there, playing games. But enough babbling on. I think we should play some D&D. So, the four of you happened to meet up in a town called Magnum. You have set off from Magnamar on your way to a town called Sandpoint for various reasons, which we. It's about a 3-day trek to get from Magnamar to Sandpoint, and you are making your way on foot. Two newish adventurers way in the world. You spent your first night in a little village called Scorton, which is strategically placed about a day away from Magnamar. Not the first time somebody's made this trek from Magnamar to Sandpoint. Little tiny village. You are now about halfway into your second day of travel. Know that hopefully by dark tonight you should be arriving in your second town, Strictly. So I'm gonna give you just each an opportunity to kind of talk about what you've been doing to pass the time along the this sort of very dusty road. You're traveling along rolling plains, and just coming into a light forest, and yeah. So, how have you been going about passing the time? Why don't you give us a description of what your character looks like first, and then about.
All right. Othniel has got a lot of height to him. He's actually around 7 foot tall. He's pretty big. He's an Asimar. He's fairly youngish. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. I'm sorry. I was looking at my wrong guy. Let me revise and extend my remarks. Let me revise. Give me a moment. He's not quite that tall. He is an Asimar. He has just been finished some of his early studies at the temple, and now he's sent out by the temple to prove himself to be able to fulfill the roles of being a paladin. He's very overeager, very very anxious to prove himself, and sometimes is probably a little bit very irritating to the rest of the people in the party because he's always looking for something to do, something to go after, and stuff like that. And he's probably like that little kid tagging along. Here, can we do this? Here, can we do that? Here, can we do that? He's probably getting on some last nerves, I would imagine, about right now.
All right, Xarxis.
Yeah, Xarxis is also about 7 foot tall. He's probably close to 300 pounds, and he's a little bit older as far as Dragonborn go. I bet that he would be spending some time with, is it Othniel? Is that how I pronounce it?
Othniel.
Othniel. Um, because Arxis is also, a man of faith, probably of a different one, but I bet they have some good stories to swap with each other.
And he's 6'3", not 7'1".
Still pretty tall.
Still
Yes,
pretty
still got
tall.
some height to him, though.
Speaking of height, Kale, how tall are you?
Like 5'4". He's a child.
Go ahead. Why don't you give us a description and tell us how you've been passing the time?
All right. Kale, as mentioned before, is probably the shortest one in the party. God Christ, why are you all so tall? um, he's he looks mostly humanish. He does have tabaxi paws and ears and a tail, and he does kind of stare at you with kitty eyes. But he is not that old. He told the party he was 17. He's probably not that old. And he's mostly been spending his time either wandering off, egging anyone on, encouraging Othniel to do whatever they want, and generally trying to be a shoulder cat and nuisance.
All right, and TikTok.
So TikTok is, 7 foot tall according to the measuring, but always kind of walks with a hunch, so he possibly could be tall. I think somewhere right around 450 pounds, but that's mostly because it's made of mostly steel and stone, or bronze and stone. Um, he has some turquoise colored or teal colored gems for eyes, and there is a rather unique purple colored gem right in the middle of his forehead that I'm sure we'll find out more about as the game goes on. There's another he's striving to be a cleric of the faith that he was brought into. Age, he remembers 20 years this time. So, not really sure how old he is. And yeah, it's probably either going to be neutral gender or he as we go along. So, not really sure how old TikTok actually is.
Right. So, the four of you are making your way along, when suddenly you hear shouts and cries from up ahead. Rounding the corner, you see an old cart, perhaps 100 yards down the road. It's being pulled by a large draft horse and driven by a plainly dressed man and woman. There are several young children cowering back. Dancing around the cart, singing and whooping, you see two very strange-looking fey creatures. From the waist up, they appear to be human, except they've got these little horns curling up from their heads. Their goat-like legs are covered with thick fur and end in hooves. Creatures are laughing as they're jabbing away with the family on this cart with small swords that are shimmering and glinting off in the morning light. Just having a blast. Even as you're watching, one of them casually dodges a pitchfork being inexpertly wielded by the man on the cart, and he, with a flick of his wrist, slices through a chair being jabbed at him by the screaming woman. They're currently about 100 feet away. What would you like to do? I will mention. Sorry, just before we get into it, I will mention the maps tonight. Everything's going to be theater of the mind tonight because with this particular one shot that once we get into the campaign proper, you will get your fill of gorgeous maps. See that. So about 100 feet away. What would you like?
Okay.
I quickly look around.
Let me open D&D Beyond because I need to see the range of my spells.
Are these creatures? Are they? Do they appear to be like actively trying to seriously injure them, or are they just kind of teasing them?
Insight check. First roll of the campaign. No pressure. 20 total. That's pretty good. You get the impression as you look at them, they seem more like they're just having fun. At least from their perspective. The people in the cart might think that they're trying to kill them or that they are horrific monsters, but the creatures themselves seem like they're just having a grand old time.
I'm gonna wait for Kale before I.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Kale is just gonna. Oh look, that's a close combat attack. Kale's gonna jump and try to get close to one of the satyrs.
Okay.
He just has an instant fight reaction there.
Okay, so you're gonna start running towards them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Othniel doesn't hesitate at this point. He pulls out his warhammer, holds it high in the air, and starts running and shouting a war cry to try to at least intimidate or scare these foul creatures away.
I feel like TikTok would be confused, not really understanding and reading emotion that well from the humans and other creatures. But as soon as I saw the others take off, be close and following, not necessarily reacting right away, but trying to get closer to get a better look and see what's going on and see if I could understand what's going on.
Zarxus, what do you...
I'm gonna play it cautious. I think I'm going to advance with my comrades, but I think I want to kind of get a better sense of the situation. We may not need to kill them. We might be able to learn something from them.
Okay. Sounds like Othniel's leading the charge, and Zarxus is kind of coming up behind him, but taking his time. And Kale and TikTok are kind of looking on for now.
Oh, Kale wants to fight.
Okay. Oh,
Kale's
that's
up
right.
there with
I'm sorry.
Othniel.
That's right. You said you were running in too. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and roll some initiative?
Yay.
That would be all of us.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Wow.
Ooh.
A strong, mighty one.
Wow, okay.
Whoa. Something's wrong here. Or not.
It's not a 1?
Oh, we got 3 crit fails in a row.
Are you sure you want to fight Kale?
Yeah?
Wow.
Familiar faces.
Wow. All right.
We're off to a great start.
Well, it can't get any worse from here, right?
It's true. It's the button. 1 second.
Yeah, because it's here. I should have initiative a +1 to my initiative.
Yeah, mine's empty too.
Oh yeah, I should have a plus. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, a bad roll's a bad roll either way. But
Oh, I'm supposed to have a +4. Yeah.
oh well, we can fix that later.
So something is up with my Roll20. Does not want to let me add you to the initiative tracker. So that's going to be fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll for these guys. Oh, I see what the issue is.
Select.
Oh. All right. So the satyr sees you. The satyrs see you all charge in, and one of them laughs gleefully and pulls out a pipe, like a musical pipe, and plays a little ditty on the pipe. And I need Othniel and Kale. I need you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, good. I have a saving throw for that.
Okay. You are unaffected. Yeah, and I think that the other one is just mocking and taunting. What languages do you have?
I think I have Sylvan and Common. Yeah.
Yeah, so in Sylvan you hear the satyr make various remarks about your heritage and the implications of that on the fact that you're charging bothering them.
I tell him his words can't hurt me because my mom's dead.
You're saying this in Sylvan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So none of the rest of you, I imagine, understand that.
No.
Nope.
All right. TikTok is your turn.
I'm gonna hold my action.
All right. Then
I'm gonna hold my action until one of them actually does damage to one of my foes. Right. One of my comrades.
And what are you holding? What do you want to do when that happens?
I mean, if one of them actually takes a swing or attempts to do damage, then I will attack back.
Got it. Okay. All right. Othniel, go ahead.
All right, I will charge forward towards the satyr who was playing his pan flute.
Yeah, you can get within range of him now.
Okay. And I will swing my hammer at said flute.
Okay. At the flute or at him?
At the flute.
Okay. Got it.
I'm trying to scare him rather than get into a straight up fight if I can.
All right.
I may be young and eager, but I'm not, as I like to say, I may be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah, there you go.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. Okay, why is it not rolling? Okay, so that will be. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way here. Oh, I didn't mean to roll 2 there. Let me redo that here. Okay, that'll be a 7.
A 7. He kind of trots backward out of the way and laughs. All right. Kale.
All right. I'm gonna do sword burst.
Right.
So
That's within a 5 feet range.
Yeah.
Momentary. Okay. And you're attacking the two of them?
Yeah, if I can get close enough to both of them.
Sure. So, some dexterity saves.
Okay. Looks like you gotta beat 14.
Yeah, you. So what does it look like when you cast that?
I think Kale sort of goes for a little pounce, and as he goes, the spectral blades manifest around him and go at the satyrs.
Okay. And you watch as the blades whir in their direction, but the satyrs are just sort of dancing around. It looks like they're actually dancing with the blades until the blades just dissipate with effect.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a 20 and a 21 dex saves.
You know, I'm not surprised.
Xarxis. You're still about 100 feet away.
I think I'm going to move up 30 feet and let's see, what's something clever I can shout at him. I am going to, while looking in the direction, point to my left and say, "Guys, did you see that nymph over there?"
Roll a deception check. Natural
You
one.
know, you know.
One of them just sort of makes a crude gesture at you.
Well, you know, it's worth a shot.
All right. Yeah, and I think that other one is now going to pull out its pipe and also try this little ditty. Check this. Oh, yeah. So it also plays a little ditty, but it Othniel and Kale, you're the only ones close enough for it to impact, and once again, seems like no effect on your minds. Once you save on it, you're immune to it. And so this, I think, this time as you do so, it kind of its eyes get a little wide, and it kind of elbows at its buddy, and it looks like they may be about ready to make a break for it. TikTok, what do you want to?
I think I might approach them even closer. Like, get within combat range. Only is that I'm looking at them inquisitively. Like, I'm trying to figure out what they are. And I wouldn't really say anything to them. I would just kind of get close to them. Not necessarily intimidating, but they might find it intimidating.
Okay, yeah, roll an intimidation check. Let's see. Now you won't be able to get quite within like melee range of them, but you can start moving in that direction.
This is with absolutely no skill in it whatsoever.
Oh my word!
Who can say where the road
Oh
goes?
my! What is that? The fifth natural one already?
I think so.
I'm not liking this roll thing.
1, 2, 3.
Wow!
One is the loneliest number you
That's
could
all we
ever
got.
roll.
So
I'm gonna start a
TikTok
tracker.
as he walks up.
Yeah. So
I need a.
I think I think
This is
that
what I'm using
you
my
have this puzzled look on your face as well as much as you have expressions on your face, and they also kind of affect a cock their heads and try to like mimic the expression on your face as they're looking at you, trying to figure out what you are as well. Wow.
Now that I have their attention, even if it is in mockery, I'm going to speak to the family and tell them to move on now.
Okay. Asniel, go ahead.
Okay, I will. Oh, why not? Let's take another swing at the pipes.
All right.
Just to try to show these guys who I think is boss.
Clearly, it's the dice.
Let's
Oh,
see. Wow, that's all the way to a 6.
Uh,
I'm
yeah.
cooling him down real good with the breeze from my hammer.
Yeah, you swing and he just kind of does a little backflip away. These things are light on their feet. Um. All right, Kale.
All right. Well. Kale doesn't learn. Kale definitely doesn't learn. He's gonna do another sword burst
Okay.
because he likes to fight fairies. So that's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
I was waiting for the attack roll.
Oh yeah. Do I have any that are actually attack rolls? I don't think I do. No.
All right. The DC was 13?
14.
14. One of them succeeds and the other fails. So
Nice.
go ahead and roll damage on one.
All right. Oh god. Oh. Six plus. It's just my modifier, right? Just this
I
charisma modifier.
I believe it's just 1d6. Yeah.
Is it 1d6 plus my spell modifier?
Not according to the spell. Says each creature must make a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Take a whopping 3 damage.
So one of it's 3 points of damage. The flying sword just kind of catches it across the forearm, and it kind of looks down at it like, what in the world? Okay, Xarxus.
Xarxus is going to advance again, another 30 feet. Um, the one that got injured, I'm going to tell him that perhaps he should let these people go, and that we can have more fun. We can have more fun. Let's see what's some good. With this jug of wine that we have, that's surely going to be a greater time than harassing these poor peasants.
So you're offering them the jug of wine?
If they're willing to, be reasonable as far as these creatures are.
Make a persuasion check. 12.
100% improvement.
That's better than a natural one. I will grant you that. Okay. So they're kind of eyeing the flying swords and the Athnia, what is it you're attacking with again?
Warhammer.
Warhammer, yeah. And the swinging warhammer. They seem less than convinced that you're going to actually share this drink with them. I think that at this point, one of them is going to draw. Let's see what kind of weapons these guys have. He's going to. Well, he has a short sword out already. He's going to take a quick swing at Kale. This is the one that got the scratch from the magical sword. And
Howdy.
so he's going to take a swing at you, Kale.
All right.
It's an
now
18.
Serious business.
Okay, well that hits regardless of what I had.
So you take 5 points of damage. And he's going to run off and try to make like a tree and leave. So think Othniel and Kale, you can both take attacks of opportunity.
Sure.
Oh, I would love to.
See if I
That's
can
a dex
connect
saving
this
throw.
time.
Because I'm going to keep doing sword burst.
Well, you can't cast a spell as an attack
I
of
cannot?
opportunity.
No. Okay. Do I have any weapons? I do.
Would you have it drawn?
No, because I guess I'm using cat's
Oh.
claws.
Dirty 20.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
The 20 will hit.
that's
4.
oh.
So you get two-handed.
An 11.
Oh! 12 points of damage.
Oh. Snap. So that's on the one that was already wounded. Yeah, so he turns to run away and you catch him right in the shoulder, like in the shoulder blade as he goes to flee. Honorably struck, sir. Hitting it in the back. And he's going to move 30 feet away. He looks like he's headed toward the tree line. The other one, I think, is also going to just make a dash for it. TikTok.
I'm not gonna do anything. Well, actually, I'm gonna walk over. Okay, newbie question. How exactly does medicine work? Can I use a medicine check and start to heal Kale?
Not with a medicine check. That would be more like trying to figure out what's going on with him medically, or like if he was on the ground, trying to keep him from bleeding out. That would be a medicine check. But you can't
Let me
heal
go
him.
to my spells then. Let me see what I got.
I'm sure we're going to have a long rest after this, so don't worry about it.
He says as the
Well, that means that means that I'll be able to get my spell slot back if I
Oh,
use
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Do you remember
That also.
I did say it was about halfway through the day.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my spells. I'm
Okay.
not quite sure how this works.
So on your character sheet, you should have in the top right corner, you should be able to click on your spells, and from there you should be able to see what you have prepared.
I guess Cure Wounds it would be.
Okay. Yep. So if you click on that, it should automatically roll it for you. Or not.
It doesn't look like it.
No, it looks like it. There's a trick to rolling, to having it output the spell card or roll.
Oh, yeah. You have to change it to, I believe, let me see here.
There's an option on it, I think. Second.
I think it's the output. I think it's an attack.
Well, it's set to attack, but it definitely output the spell card. Go ahead and just do in the chat box in Roll20 there. Just type /r space D8. Three plus 2 for your wisdom modifiers. So, Kale, you get 5 points of healing back.
Oh, good. That's exactly what I needed.
Perfect. Okay.
I gotta go figure out how to mark it as used.
Okay, Othniel, it is your turn.
All right. How far away from me are either one of them at this point?
They are both about 40 feet away from you.
All right. I'm going to go charging at them about 20 feet just to at least put on the illusion that I'm trying to run them off.
Okay. Anything else?
And that's all I will do.
Okay.
That's all I will do at this point.
Got it. And Kale.
Okay. I am just going to insult them in Sylvan as they run.
Okay. What do you say?
I probably just copy all of their insults, but I change them slightly.
Nice. No, you.
No, you. I know you are, but what am I?
Cool. And Xerxes.
I'll just use my movement to catch up with my comrades and tell them, we'll just let these two go. Sometimes it can be dangerous to kill Fae.
Okay. So with that, I think that combat is going to come to a close unless any of you want to continue to chase after them. Didn't sound
Kale
like.
looks tempted, but he doesn't.
All right.
Curious creatures.
Are those things what I think they were?
What did you think they were?
Are those one of those sadder things?
Yeah, and they kind of suck.
Yeah, I believe they are.
I read about them at the temple, but I never saw one before.
Well, they can be quite troublesome creatures, especially if you get the whole Fey enclave riled up.
Well, you can say that again. Look over, and the guy from the cart kind of has this big straw hat in his hand, and he's kind of fanning himself while his wife is sitting up on the cart, catching her breath. And he approaches you. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Did you do anything to draw their attention?
No, sir. We was just making our way, heading right on down the road toward Prickly, and those things just, I don't know, they just came right at us.
I think if there were any flowers nearby, Tic Tac could pick some flowers and take them over to the children.
Sorry, you're taking them where?
Take flowers to the children.
To the children. Okay. Yeah, and so you approach, and there are three young kids kind of are poking their heads out from behind their mom, getting a look. And one of them's a little girl with red hair and pigtails. She kind of takes the flowers from you and darts back into the cart shyly.
As I approach, I would have probably crouched down even more to make myself not so big.
Yeah, and I think that the mother is kind of keeping the kids behind them, but she kind of acknowledges your kindness, and thank you, stranger. I don't know what we would have done if you all hadn't come along. The gentleman sticks out a hand to you, Othniel, and he says, "We're mighty obliged. I'm Rander. This is," he gestures back at the cart, "my wife, Nathra. We certainly appreciate you folks stopping."
Well, you looked like you were in trouble, so we thought we'd come by. We thought we'd help out. Didn't know what their intentions were, but I didn't want to take any chances on you.
Well, like I said, it's much appreciated. The week we've had, it's we could stand to use some kindness.
Has anything else unusual happened on your journey? And I'm sorry, where were you journeying from?
He gestures back the way that you came. We're from Scorton. Well, unusual, I suppose you could say. Yeah, it's been an unusual week. That's a good word for it. His wife now stepping down off of the cart and coming over, and he kind of puts his arm around her. I'll tell you, if just a few days ago we had a giant come right on through this village. Scared the bejesus out of us. I think it must have been at least 10 feet tall. And Natha pipes up and she says, "Oh, it was taller than that. It must have been at least 20 feet. It was crazy."
And these people are going the same way we are.
They are, yeah.
I might take a step back and kind of mention to my comrades, like, maybe we should follow these people for a bit. Maybe we can protect them, or see what about them is attracting so much strangeness.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, what are you doing while all this is going on? You're muted, I think.
I am muted. Okay. I'm probably sort of slinking around where I kind of saw the satyrs go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm thinking there might be more of them coming at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
But when Zarxus kind of backs away, I'll return to the group to see what's up.
Okay.
So,
TikTok, as you're standing there at the cart, one of the kids, a little boy, looks to be about 8 years old, comes out from the cart and kind of hops down and hands you a little piece of paper, some parchment with like a charcoal drawing on it, and he kind of shyly hands it to you and then jumps back up into the cart. You look at it, it looks like it's a charcoal drawing of uh, some, probably a house, but with several stick figures outside of it, but the house looks like half of it has collapsed.
I am assuming that, seeing that I'm kind of like machine almost, but I probably have some sort of compartment that I would open up and I would take the paper gently and tuck it into some compartment on me and keep it stowed away.
Yeah, and now all the kids are now like back out in the front of the cart. They're just kind of looking at all four of you really, and just kind of huddled and whispering.
I make a face at them.
They start giggling.
Yes.
The little girl kind of grabs her pigtails, like pulls them out to the side, and goes.
I will speak to the man and be like, well, Richard, I think my companions and I can follow you for a ways and make sure nothing else harms you. The misuse of the name is intentional.
Okay, I was wondering. Um, he just kind of accepts the the new name. Like, he's not gonna correct you at this point. Well, that would be mighty fine. We're headed to my brother's place in Frickley, and well, everything we own is on this cart now. Doesn't seem safe to stay in Scorton no more.
Oh, did some creatures attack your village?
Just that big old giant. I mean, that thing said he was gonna eat everything in the village if we didn't provide some right food for him. And, well, I mean, we gave him every scrap of food we could find, cows and sheep and chickens, and he ate it all, and still said he was hungry. Took him 6 hours, but darn if he didn't turn right around and grab three more farmers and take them for a snack to go.
Oh, I'm sorry that's happened to your family.
Well, I mean, we didn't feel safe no more in Scorton, so we took right off out of there.
And I'll pick up that broken chair that was destroyed earlier and kind of toss it in the back of their wagon. Like it might be fixable.
Actually, I walk up to you with the chair, and I use a cantrip called Mend.
Yeah.
That would work on the chair, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What does that look like?
TikTok picks up the pieces of the chair, and there's like a flash and glow in its hands around the pieces of the chair, and it just, as it kind of places them all together in a bundle, they just kind of form back to a chair.
Nice. Yeah, the farmer's wife, she kind of grabs her husband's arm. Her eyes are real big. See that, Randy? That was something else. His jaws kind of slack. I ain't seen nothing like that neither. This week just keeps getting weirder and weirder. All right.
Well, look. I was just gonna tell them that we're the good kind of weird, you know. I think.
Is that going to be your group's tagline? The good kind of weird.
It's better than 5 crit fails.
All right. So yeah, you all head off down the road, and takes you about another couple of hours, and you arrive in the town of Prickley. As you approach, you can see it looks like the main gate into town has been bashed down and then like hastily patched together. Just kind of there's some rope wound around it and tied up. But it does not look like it's in great shape. As you look around, it is a pretty small village, maybe 30 houses or so. And there's about a 10-foot wooden palisade surrounding the village, 10 feet tall, that is. But it appears to be just deserted. What would you like to do?
The town appears to be deserted.
It does. You're not seeing anyone out and about.
Okay. I want to climb the palisade.
All right. You have a climbing speed, don't you?
I think so. I'm a cat. Yeah, I have a 20-foot climbing speed.
Okay. An acrobatics check just to see how that goes.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna be able to
One.
do it. It's just
Oh.
okay. Well, I mean, it was not a natural one.
It wasn't. I was really scared of that for a moment.
Yeah, and so you kind of your paws kind of slip a little bit on the palisade, and I mean the wood logs on the palisade are at an angle, so you know it's not the easiest climb in the world anyway. But you manage to make your way up to the top of it.
I'm gonna turn to the man, the farmer,
Mm-hmm.
and say, Ricardo, you should stay here with your family while we see what's going on in here.
He and his wife kind of exchange glances, but he doesn't say anything. Actually, he says, right, we'll just stay here. I'm looking into the town.
Othniel will go up to the doors and see if he can figure out what might have done this kind of damage.
Okay, make an investigation check.
14.
Yeah, looking around, I mean, it's hard to say what hit the gate. Something big probably. But you do definitely see some tracks on looks like big feet in the dirt. Um you're not quite
Well,
sure what it is.
I think we know where the giant went next.
No shit. Can I see anything from my vantage point?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay.
Uh you do not see anything, but you do hear a raised voice from one of the buildings nearby you. It looks there's like a sign out front that has like a looks like a mug of ale or something. So best guess is it's a tavern. Um, just barely hear like a raised voice coming from inside there.
Oh. Can my companions see me up here?
Yeah.
You guys see me? Okay. I'm gonna jump down and head towards the raised voice.
Okay. The rest of you following?
Yeah, I think if I saw my little furry friend taking off, I would probably follow. I don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah, Othniel will follow as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Xarxis will too.
Okay. Yeah, it's real easy to get the rope off of the gate there, and make your way through. As you approach, you do see in small letters on the sign. It appears to be called the Blue Duke. Um, as you're approaching, you're definitely Kale. You're starting to hear more voices from inside.
Ooh.
You just
Can I hear what they're arguing about?
not from this distance.
Okay.
You probably have to go in to get a better idea.
Oh, okay. We want to go in?
I don't know. I don't know that all the rest of us have heard what you heard, so
Yeah, they're a little ways behind you, unless you're gonna stop and wait for them to catch up.
I'll stop and wait because those are angry voices, and I don't want to get caught in anything.
Wait for the 7-foot tall people.
Yeah. All you goddamn giants.
All right. Yeah. So you all catch up.
What did you see, Kale?
um,
I heard this. I
so
heard
we
the
can hear the
sound of angry
voices
men.
now.
Yeah. You're starting to hear the voices too.
Yeah.
Insight to see if I can figure out the nature of the sounds I'm hearing.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
If only you had advantage.
Can we understand the words that are being said?
Not from here. I mean, you're just hearing, general hubbub.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we should go in and see what that's all about.
I'll go first. I'm curious to what makes this noise.
Okay. So you all open the door, step in, and you see the building is chock full of people. Basically everyone from town is there in the tavern, and they're all sort of talking over one another and kind of banging angrily on tables. Um, you walk in TikTok, and immediately every voice in there falls silent, and everyone turns to look and just gawks at you.
God.
It appears that there's sort of two groups. One one seems to be more the sort of buff, but kind of dirty looking um, townspeople. They look generally to be farmers, overalls, straw hat. Um, on the other hand, on the other side is a bunch of people in like leathers and um, sort of more muted colors. They look like they would be hunters, um, and the two groups seem to be sort of at odds with each other. A human man approaches you, TikTok. Are the rest of you coming in, or are you just gonna wait outside?
I'm gonna peek in and like during the silence just kind of go "Row," because man, TikTok, you're getting some attention here.
I
As
think
us,
TikTok would be like, don't stop on my account. I was just interested.
as I see that they're not giants in there, but just regular people, I go ahead and walk in and join TikTok.
And Zarxus would be right behind them.
Okay. Um. Yeah, and so there's a human man that approaches the four of you, and he appears to be one of the farmers. He's got uh, sort of yellowish blonde hair and thick beard. He uh, he approaches you all. Well, welcome to Frickley. What brings you fine folk to our town?
I think TikTok would go say something to the effects of, well, we followed a family whose brother lives here.
Uh, who would that be?
Somebody should probably tell him it's safe to bring his family into town. I can't remember the guy's name.
Oh, it was.
I don't know his name
It was
either,
Master
but that's in
Ryan.
character.
It was Ryan the farmer. Remember?
Brian? Yeah, Brian.
He kind of looks back around. Um, well,
At this point, TikTok might pull the paper out and be, this is what their house looked like.
nice. Um,
Yeah.
We're so good at
Man, a
this.
wife, two little kids,
there's 3 kids. But yeah.
3 kids.
Close
You
enough.
get the for sale.
At this point, um, the farmer says, "Well, if they're looking for a safe place to stay, it ain't here. we got big trouble here, folks. Probably best you keep moving on.
Zarxis kind of looks at Othanol and TikTok, and then kind of down at himself. It's like, well, we're big anti-trouble.
And at this point, a half-elven woman approaches. She seems to be with the hunter group. Bright red hair, kind of tied back in a careful ponytail, and she says, "Well, looks like y'all can take care of yourselves. What, y'all adventurers?"
You could say that.
Kinda.
The human, the man turns back to her and he says, "Now, Tastra, don't go getting no big ideas in your head. These folks, this ain't their problem. We can deal with it ourselves."
And what problem is that?
Uh, the woman turns to you and she says, "Giant problem. That's what it is." Grigor kind of folds his arms. "It ain't nothing we can't handle by ourselves."
Our friend Caleb the farmer said giants destroyed his home too.
Wow, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
I think Zarxis, being a dragonborn, they kind of prefer the draconic languages. So to him, all human names are kind of, it's kind of hard for him to get it right. So he just kind of rolls with it.
Got it.
I don't even remember what his actual name was anymore.
I forgot to write it down.
It's fine. It's fine.
So don't trust on Zarxis to remember the names of
Does the chat
human.
know? Hey chat, what was the guy's name?
So the farmer says to you, Zarxis, "Wait, where is this farmer from?"
Strickland, Stockton, Scranton, maybe.
Scorton?
We're so good at this.
Scorton?
Yes, that's the one.
That sounds like the right place.
The room behind you kind of erupts back into hubbub, as they're all reacting to the fact that Scorton got hit as well. He just kind of puts his head or his face in his hand. Man, got the Scorton too.
Well, sounds like you all got a giant problem that needs to be taken care of.
I want to fight a giant.
Now look, this is the man speaking again. He says, "Giant told us what he wants. We just get him some food. He'll eat, and he's just gonna leave us be. That's what he said."
Yeah, the last town he ate 3 farmers after he was done with the food.
Yeah, that's the same thing he told him down. It's Carton. And then they took 3 of the villagers as dessert, as a palate cleanser.
Tastra kind of shoves the man a little bit, and not like shoving him, but just kind of, see, she says, that's it. Like I've been saying, we gotta get out of town. We just gotta go. We got nothing on this thing. He's gonna eat us all.
What direction did this giant go?
At this point, there is a halfling man, pretty portly, very ruddy face. He jumps up on um he jumps up on a table nearby and kind of whistles. Look, folks, we can do this. We can fight this giant. If we all work together, I know exactly what it's gonna take to kill this giant. I've got just the solution that we need.
I think at this point, TikTok would be concerned for the family sitting outside the gate by themselves.
Yeah, you
We
wanna?
would probably turn and go get them.
Okay.
As she's turning, or as TikTok's turning to go, I will point at the halfling and shout into the crowd, "Whose hatchling is this?"
I believe the word is halfling, Zarxus.
This is a child, yes.
Well, you're getting closer. So, what would this solution of yours be since you haven't obviously employed it yet?
Now look, there's someone who can help us. There's this woman. She's a legend around these parts. Name's Jahia Giant Slayer. And you can already see like the crowd is starting to groan and roll their eyes at this. And he
Good
goes, no,
sounding name.
now listen. I know you don't all believe it, but I think that the stories are true. That this woman killed a giant by herself back in the day. And if we can just find her, she can help us kill this one.
Well, that's a start.
In fact, he kind of points at the three of you that are still there and kind of hops down off the table. You all, I bet if you could help find this woman, we could make a stand right here in town.
I agree with the child. We should learn more about this giant hunter.
Sure.
And the crowd, the crowd is pretty split. Like they half of them want to flee, half of them want to stay. Not very many of them want to actually fight. The half that want to stay seems like they mostly want to just kind of feed the giant and see what happens. If you want to convince them to that they should fight, like this halfling, whoa, like this halfling wants, yeah, it's gonna take some convincing.
Well, if they don't want to fight, that's their problem.
Just where does this supposed giant slayer live?
She's up in the woods, in the high forest. I mean, I can hire someone to show you the way if you'd be willing to go and find this woman.
How long ago did she do all this stuff?
Well, stories kind of vary. It's been some years, definitely. And Tostra, the woman, she she at this point she says, Pello, I'm not even sure this woman really existed. And he goes, no, she existed. It may have been a while, but she definitely used to live here.
I see. she might be able to help us in understanding these creatures. But I'll be honest with you, small folk. When it comes to fighting, we did some time with the dragon legions. The best half of you will make it. That is true. And he means this in a very rousing way. They're very much about the strong survive, and that's okay. And they just kind of forget about the other part.
The budding inspirational speaker.
Kale gives applause.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. A 4. They all kind of look at each other like, "This guy's serious? What? What's going on here?"
Somehow, I don't think your speech is working, buddy.
Yeah, dude, it was a great speech. It was excellent. You should give more of them.
I don't know if the smooth skins think the same way as we do.
They
They're
tend
lost.
to think live first above all else. So, do we go find this supposed giant slayer woman, or we just go looking for the thing ourselves?
Let me know when you think I've made it back with the family.
Yeah, we'll say you come back around now. That's fine. So you, Rander and his wife kind of bring the cart in, and not into the tavern, but into the town, and Rander is gonna come into the tavern with you. And as he does so, yeah, one of the farmers in town comes over and uh, uh, embraces Rander. Clearly, this is his brother. And yeah, Rander pipes up and he says, "These folks tell you about Bone Cruncher?" And I think that the halfling Pello, he says, "Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds like you guys had the same thing happen there. It happened here. That guy's supposed to be back here tomorrow morning, and if we don't give him a whole big pile of food, he says he's gonna eat us all." But I think we can take him.
We'll just have to get ready for him.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys want to go looking for this this giant slayer legend, um you can. However, at this point, without the crowd convinced, um like they may be gone by the time you get back.
I think we should wait here and see if this giant has strong enough teeth to bite into stone.
If the giant's strong enough for what?
Teeth to bite into stone.
Ooh, can we ambush him? I want to ambush him.
And we've heard confirmed that it's just the one creature.
Yeah, that's all that they've talked about.
Othanel asks Rander to describe what the giant looks like, just to see if the villagers here recognize it as the same description of the one that they've seen.
Okay, yeah, I mean they get into a bit of a debate. One, as to how tall this thing is. Some people say it was like 20, 30 feet. Some say it was 10 or 15. But generally, it sounds like it's the same giant.
Okay. Yeah, I think if we just lie and wait and ambush the thing, I think we're going to be a lot better off than going off chasing wild hares for some lady that may or may not exist.
I think if we help, if he does attack, and then others will join in when they see we're willing to take on their fight.
I asked one of the villagers, how did the giant enter the town? Because they had a moat, right?
No, there's no moat. There's the 10-foot like palisade.
Yes.
Seems like he just busted through the gate in the front.
And was that the I'll ask, is that the only primary entrance into the village through that big gate?
So yeah, it's yeah, there's a corresponding gate on. You guys came in from the south. There's a corresponding gate on the north side of town, continuing up towards Sandpoint.
How much distance is between the two gates?
Oh, it's probably call it half a mile.
Okay.
Maybe a little less.
When it left, do we know which direction it left? Do we have a general idea of which direction it'll be coming back through?
They tell you that the agreement was for it to come back to the south gate. They were supposed to pile a bunch of food out right inside the front gate.
The one that was broken that we came to.
Yes.
So, do we want to wait and try to ambush this thing?
I'm down.
Sounds good to me.
I'm not very good at hiding.
We'll figure it out.
Well, if you pile it high enough, you can hide under the food. When he takes his first bite, bang.
Ooh, can we cover you in poison? It's poison when he bites you.
We serve him a jawbreaker.
Yes.
I suggest to the townsfolk that those that are not willing to fight should probably hang out around the north side of town to minimize collateral damage, is how I will phrase it.
Yeah, and I think Tastra says, well, you ain't gotta worry about that. We plan on being out of here by the time he comes back. And several more. Again, the argument continues with the farmers wanting to stay and the hunters wanting to head out. They're very much divided on this.
Well, while they're all arguing and fighting, Othniel's going to go back out to that gate and scout out places to be hiding.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Kale will go with him.
Okay. So yeah, inside that south gate, there's a large sort of very fallow area. Um, looks to be several hundred feet long and wide, and it's got trees on either side. Um, and there is an old windmill in the field. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, I want to hide somewhere high up because I plan on going for the eyes.
Okay.
Um, so would the tree be a good idea? Because that's closer to the south gate.
I mean, it's still probably a couple hundred feet from the south gate. If
Hmm.
you wanted to try to perch in the windmill somehow, you might be able to do that.
How long do we have before the pickup for the food is supposed to happen?
It's supposed to happen in the morning.
Um, I would I would like to still being in the little tavern that we're in, um, uh, demand to speak to whoever's acting as a leader or commander in this town. I assume it's probably the half elf.
There's really not any particular leader. As you continue to talk with them, it seems that the half elf is the owner of the tavern. Um, but the town's so small. There's really not been like a functioning government or anything. People just kind of work together as a town. Which is probably why they're in this situation where they're just completely divided and there's no real leadership.
Well, I will tell Bark at the half elf. It's like I need several casks of any kind of liquor, beer, empty or full. It's all the same. And I need any farmer that has any kind of manure. We need that brought in as well. And I begin laying out plans to make basically homemade alchemical manure alcohol bombs.
I love this plan.
Make a persuasion check.
No,
Ooh.
that would have been so cool.
um, yeah, I mean, Pella, the tavern owner, is all about it. He loves the idea, but nobody else is on board with this. So Pella tells you that there are several casks of ale in the cellar that he can provide you with. Um, what else did you ask him for besides the ale?
Manure or fertilizer,
Uh,
um, something like that.
There's
yeah,
got to be an outhouse or two around somewhere.
yeah. Currently, you're not getting any cooperation from the farmers. They want to just give the giant whatever he wants, and so they're not about this plan. So it is 9:30. Let's go ahead and take our 5 minute break, and then we will come back and see what we do. Sound good?
Sounds
Yep.
good.
All right. We'll see you back in about 5 minutes then.
Okay. God, that manure bomb would have been so cool.
Time to relax. I broke into the good stuff.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy. You're gonna make your own liquor bomb. All right. We ready to dive back in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So, what is the plan?
Okay.
Well, the first plan is for TikTok to shut down and get a sentry rest in so that I can get my spells back before this fight tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will probably ask the innkeep if there's a stable or a first floor room that I can use to rest in. I don't think I should be in a second story room with my weight.
Fair enough. And yeah, Pello says, certainly, y'all can have any rooms that you would like and he kind of points to a door in the back of the tavern. Y'all are welcome to stay here tonight. If you're going to be helping out, we'd be more than happy to put you up.
Kale looks fucking astounded. Are we back? Are we back?
I would ask the barkeep. You know, he makes food here, right? People food.
Yep.
I would ask him if he has any stores of, say, grease, lard, pig fat, anything like that.
Yeah, he would have something like that.
I would
He
make
says,
a requisition.
how much do you need?
Several pounds.
Pounds. I'll see what I can scrounge up.
And I think we could use that to potentially coat the ground near our trap to either trip him or set it afire.
Okay.
I love your plans.
Thanks.
I love how we go from bomb to maybe setting the ground on fire. I think this is great.
Well, he's a red dragonborn, so it's,
Oh.
thematically appropriate for him to go that way.
Well, if you're still wanting to do that bomb idea, we could probably look around, see if they've got an outhouse around here somewhere, and we could get some stuff that way, if you know what I mean.
What's stopping us from just stealing the manure?
The farms are probably a little ways out from the town here. Might take too long.
Oh.
Yeah, then we could probably still do something similar with the grease.
Okay, just offering an idea.
Well, I'm for that too. It just makes it all the more interesting.
Do I have anything to help you guys? Nope.
When I was checking things out, was I able to find a place where I could hide relatively at a good spot with my crossbow to give him the old arrow in the knee?
So probably one of you could hide like in that windmill, like up at the top. Probably not more than one of you.
Okay.
If more of you want to hide relatively close, you're gonna have to make your own camouflage or some way of hiding yourself.
Okay, I'll go out there and find some brush to make myself some sort of brush pile there near the gate
Okay.
outside, so that way I can hide in there.
All right.
Okay. I'll take the windmill then.
Yeah, I'll let you have the windmill. I'd rather be on the ground in case I got to switch from arrow to warhammer and not
Oh
have to
yeah,
worry
that's a good
about
idea.
closing distance too much.
I think
I just want
after
to
my
climb on top of
6-hour rest, I would be immediately up, and even if it's still dark out, I would probably go and look to see if there's something I could stand behind. That would be about all I could do.
Okay. So you're all just making plans yet. It hasn't gotten. You haven't gone to sleep yet.
No, I wanted to make sure I had that done first before I got my sleep.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not really anything, especially for you, TikTok, that's going to be big enough for you to stand really very close to. I mean, depending on where you want to set this trap, but I mean, for you to be in the vicinity that where the windmill is going to be in range of, probably there's not a whole lot else.
Is it a dirty, muddy area, or is it, mainly just grassy?
I mean, yeah, it looks like it used to be a field, and so it's yeah, plenty of dirt. Not so much plants right there, because it's all fallow right now. But pretty dirty and definitely some mud as well.
Can we borrow a farmer's hay wagon full of hay?
Oh my gosh.
Zarks.
Did we want to hide TikTok in the food?
Well, I was going to recommend that, or we could, TikTok and we could cover ourselves in dirt and mud, like just
I could crouch
put
down and look like a big stone, anyways.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were planning on making your little firebombing kind of thing at the food pile or not. So, otherwise, I was thinking about hiding in it.
Yeah, I plan on putting it around there, but I'm
Yeah, so
open to where we place it.
I'll stay way outside of it then.
About this time, Pello approaches you all and he says, "So, you all think the four of you can take on this giant by yourselves? It doesn't look like anybody else here is willing to fight with you."
Well, if that's the case, I guess it will be all four of us taking it on.
We'll take it on, and then we will happily compensate ourselves with what the others have left behind.
He kind of nods. Mighty brave of you folks. You ever fought anything like this before?
I have the
In
blood of
theory,
dragons.
yeah. In reality, maybe not.
Not physically.
Not that I remember.
Your bravery is choking me up.
We haven't gotten
There's
interesting yet.
there's always a first time for everything, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. He pulls out um he pulls out a small velvet pouch, and he says, well, these cowards, they all want to flee or just give in to the giant's demands, but well, I appreciate fighting for us, and he pours out into his hand 5 pink pearls. And he says, "Y'all stick around here and are willing to fight for us. These will be yours." Pours them back into the pouch.
It is a generous offer.
We appreciate it.
Anything else I can get for you or help prepare?
I think all that's left right now is as good a night's sleep as we can get before it all starts.
Zark says he does manage to scrounge up several pounds worth of lard and grease, which look to be very flammable.
Oh, wonderful.
For those in chat who are wondering, there are times where I like to, as a GM, just roll a flat d20, or sometimes I will have the party roll a flat d20 just to generally get a gauge of how their luck is. And so that's the roll that you saw.
Oh boy.
So my plan is to wake up well before dawn to begin my preparations.
Okay. So we'll say at this point you all managed to find a night's sleep and get up early the following morning. And yeah, what would you like to do to prepare for this fight?
Hmm.
So
I
the other, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just gonna make sure my war hammer's nice and clean. I got all, and on my crossbow bolts are all sharp and ready to go. Then otherwise, I make myself as still as possible in my little brush pile.
Okay.
Zarxis will take the lard, fat, grease, whatever, and he'll go outside and he'll be finding mud and just be covering his ruby red scales and his gray robes all over with this mud, just to try to help conceal himself. And then he's going to go kind of in front of the food offering and kind of near it, just spreading this grease over a big healthy area, making sure that there's enough to go around, but not spreading it too thin.
Okay.
I think I would see what Xanther is doing, and I would attempt to cover the brass parts and the gems that are inlaid in me with mud so that I look like all stone. And then I would try to find some place off to the side to crouch down and make myself look as much like a boulder as possible. I will roll a stealth check if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh wow.
Nicely.
That
Very
might be one of
nice.
the best rolls of the.
Yeah, you managed to get yourself rather well hidden there, it seems. So Othniel, Zarxis, and TikTok, the three of you are all hiding there in the dirt by the offering.
I am, yes.
Uh, and Othniel as well.
Yes,
Both
that's
of you,
correct.
go ahead and make stealth checks as well. Okay,
Not bad.
not bad at all. All right. And Kale, you're taking your spot in the windmill.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up in the windmill. Wishing I could ask dear Grandpa Cat what to do, but yeah, I'm just gonna huddle here
Okay.
and get ready to pounce.
All right. Well, you all prepare yourselves, and time comes when you are expecting Giant to show up, and sure enough, it's about mid-morning. Not particularly punctual, but um, yeah, you begin to hear these just impossibly heavy footsteps reverberating through the village. Um, and you see a large, rather large figure, probably a good 20 feet tall. Um, just these massive rolls of fat hanging over a filthy loincloth. Just absolutely disgusting looking. Crusted blood rims his mouth, and in one hand he carries what looks to be essentially a sapling. Um, while in the other hand he's got this big old brown sack that is just has all these various very unwholesome looking stains on it. And he begins to he just shoves aside the gate and begins to plod into town, bellowing his demand for food. He sees the offering that's there, which is pretty meager because half of the town left during the night. What's left, I mean, it would be a feast for a normal person, but um, it does not look like it would be nearly enough for him. Um, he stops maybe 20 feet shy of the pile of food, which is just outside of the range of where put down the lard, Zarxus. Uh, and he starts just bellowing in rage. You call this meal is nothing. I am going to eat all of you.
Do we see any other townspeople engaging, or are they kind of hidden?
They all seem to just be hiding in the and hoping that that gets his fill um from the offering.
All right. Well, I think it's time for a gambit. So my idea, unless any of you want to stop me, is I'm going to stand up near the food and attempt to parlay with him as a ploy for him to get closer.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you come standing up out of the muck and dirt. It's all kind of slip sliding off of you. What do you say?
As I stand up, And I imagine before he kind of looked like a muddy rock or pile, and you just see these, yellow eyes flick open as he stands up and slinging this muck off, and then he walks near the food and looks the giant straight on, like, "Oh, giant, but look at this bounty we have brought you. You must see the delicacies we have. There's mutton and deer and much meat. Have you not seen it? Come look closer."
He he says, "Why you hide, little lizard man?"
Always.
He kind of peers around and he looks over Othniel to where you are, and he also says, "And another hide there. What is this?"
We but put ourselves near the ground, beneath you. It is a way of showing how much we grovel before such mighty giant.
He says, "Cruncher not want grovel. Bone Cruncher want food."
We have the most wondrous food here. Have you ever had maple elk before?
At this point, he hefts the sapling hand, and I think he's just going to come and charge at you, Zarxus. So,
Oh boy, can I jump on him?
let's roll initiative at this point.
Okay.
Whew. Here come the numbers.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
So for future reference, if you click on your token before you roll your initiative, wow, got a 0 on his initiative. Then
my
it
gosh.
will put you in the tracker automatically.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't
I
even
forgot
see
we were doing that.
my
So-
character.
But it's fine. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just drop my number in. 17.
We tried, guys.
Zarxus. 19. You guys rolled much better this time.
I know, right?
We're all warmed up now.
19. All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to keep that up. All right. So let me show you this guy. He's a charmer. This one. There he is.
Oh boy.
All right. Othniel, you are up first. You see him come charging in at Zarxus.
Actually, wouldn't Zarxus or TikTok be first? I've got a 18. They had 19s.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, I forgot to sort it first. So yeah, Zarxus or
No worries.
TikTok, you can go first.
Would you want to go first, TikTok? You're muted.
You're still muted, Starin.
I thought I was using push to talk. I don't know what the
There it
deal is.
goes. Now we can hear you.
No biggie.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to give the attack to him since it's on him.
Okay, go ahead, Xerxes.
All right. He's still outside my grease range.
Yeah, he's just about to charge at you, but it looks like he will in his turn, but he's not there
Okay.
yet.
So, in addition to what we got with our little grease spot,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something else. I'm going to
Yeah,
cast grease,
I
Ooh.
was just about to
uh,
look up that spell.
and I want to kind of code it, kind of wherever the gap is between where he's at and our grease.
Okay. All right. So it takes an action to do that. And so he also needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Let's see how that goes. He gets an 18. Your spell DC, I imagine it's not 18.
No, 13.
Yeah. Yeah, so uh he he definitely doesn't immediately fall.
And I will actually take 10 feet towards him,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
All right. TikTok?
I will probably hop up, which hopefully will startle him because he doesn't know I'm there. And I'm going to. I'll shoot with my crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack with advantage. Because he did not know you were there.
So, talking through this, I'm just going to hit the crossbow.
Yep, just go ahead and click on your crossbow. It should roll twice and it will yep, perfect. So you get a 12, which does not hit. You in your excitement as you're popping up out of the dirt, you fire a little early before you've quite got him lined up, and the crossbow just soars past his head.
The
Awesome.
roll automatically adds in our plus.
It does. In fact, if you hover over the 12, it'll tell you you rolled a 9 and it added a +1 probably a 1 for your dex and then 2 for your proficiency modifier.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I'm
Nope, you're
just
fine.
trying to figure out how it all works.
Yep. Okay. Anything else on your turn then? TikTok?
I believe I have the ability to make a bonus attack when in the heat of battle.
How does that work?
It says your god delivers bolts of inspiration while you are engaged in battle. When you use the attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. You can use this feat a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, a minimum of once. You regain all expended uses when you finishing all.
Okay.
Kind of like an action surge, then.
Yeah, so what is your wisdom modifier? It's
It is a 2.
okay. So I'm gonna add a spot on your character sheet to track that, but go ahead and make another attack roll then.
So that would be a 15.
Oh, there it is. And that one does hit. So
Rolled the
yeah,
damage for us already, so that's
Yeah.
9 piercing.
9 points of damage. Your crossbow bolt catches him right in the right shoulder. Roars at you. Okay, Othniel.
All right. From my cover, I'm going to have my heavy crossbow out, and I'm going to take a shot at him.
Okay. He did spot you, so this is not
So,
going
yeah.
to be at
So I know
advantage.
I won't get that. So, but it doesn't matter. I was going to do it anyway. 16,
hits. So he takes
but
another.
a 2 piercing,
All right.
and I'm aiming primarily for his legs to try to
Okay.
cut him out from under.
Okay. Another 2 points of damage. It just kind of grazes him a little bit. Doesn't do a whole lot, but he felt that.
Yep. Every hit's a hit.
Yep, definitely. All right.
And since he knows where I am, I'll go ahead and move out from my cover about 10 feet, kind of parallel to the brush pile, not necessarily moving closer to him yet.
Okay. All right. Kale, you are up.
All right. Can I jump onto him from where I am now, or is he too far away?
You probably can't get if you dash this turn, you can probably jump onto him next turn. The windmill's not like right next to it.
Okay. Well, I have feline agility, your reflexes, and ability. I can just.
Yeah, with that, I would say you can get to him, but you won't be able to take an action.
All right, I'll just do normal dash because
Okay.
like next turn I'll be able to get over there and then take an action.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to just be there doing nothing.
Okay. The hill giant is going to advance on Xarxis. Boy, you ready for this?
Bring it.
He is going to heft this big old club for 13.
And that hits.
That hits. So you take 13 points of damage.
Mm.
And Xarxis is out.
Oh,
Mm.
ouch. So he walks up and just bam, just knocks you to the ground, completely flat. Yeah. And it is your turn. So go ahead and make a death saving throw. 14. That is a success. Alright, I'm gonna step away for 1 minute. I will be right back.
Okay. About how far away from you are the how far away do you think we probably are?
Hopefully, I can get to him.
Yeah, because I can lay on hands and give him a hit point to get him back up.
The best I was going to be able to do right off the bat would have been I was going to just spare the dying at least.
Okay.
Oh, I need to have him make depending on where that grease is, see if he can make
A
a
dex
dex
throw. Yeah. Hopefully we can get him to fall down. Because if I can get you a hit point, get you back up, you can get the fire back going. Or the fire going.
Yeah, I hope.
And it's my turn next. Too. So
Yep.
I don't know if I should just spare the dying or if I should get his attention.
Well, I got at least another round, unless it attacks me again.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say you passed your saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I have at least 2 then.
Mm-hmm.
But we're kind of banking on him catching fire, so.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Falling down at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means he's within range though of the fire, right?
He would be now if he hit me,
Yeah.
and he might
If he's
fall.
charging forward.
I just realized that I might be able to make him afraid of us if you guys want that.
Yeah, that gets him away.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can lay on hands or I can do healing hands. Healing hands will get you 1 point. I can lay on hands and give you 5.
Well, if I can get up, I can then breathe fire and hopefully do something.
Yeah.
Outside that, it's like, well,
You can at least breathe fire and run for cover.
Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
should our giant friend make a deck save?
Oh, for the grease?
Yeah.
Let's see. So when the grease appears, each creature standing in its area must succeed on a dex saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters the area. So.
Or ends its turn there.
Oh. Oh, okay. So yeah, after he hits you, yeah, he should make a dex throw. $13? I think you said your spell DC was 13, right?
Yeah, that's exactly 13.
Oof. Okay, so yeah, he still manages to stay on his feet. Now, Xerxes, are you standing in the greased area?
I was standing just near the edge of it. I wasn't so concerned with the fire due to my natural resistance.
Okay, so you are on a greasy area.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
pretty darn close either way.
Okay. All right. TikTok, you are up.
Oh, so am I in a position that I can get within melee range?
Yeah, you can get to him this turn.
I feel like seeing Garthix go down, I would probably charge in straight to the giant
Okay.
and attack at that.
Okay. Go for it. Although actually, I think you're gonna have to run into the greased area to do that, which means you're gonna have to make a dex saving throw. Is that still what you want to do?
Well, I already rolled the damage, so I will take the, yeah, that's what I would. Dex saving throw.
Yeah, we'll say if you fail, you fall after you hit him. Since that was my fault.
I definitely failed.
Okay, so you run and you kind of slip and slide across the dirt, but then you still manage to. What are you hitting him with?
My mace.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of whack him right in the back, but then your feet go out from under you, and you fall back on your butt. Okay, Othniel.
All right. About how far away is Xarxus from me at this point?
Let's say about 20 feet.
About 20 feet? Okay. I'm going to... Let me check something here real quick. That's an action. All right. As an action, I am going to lay hands on him and restore him with five hit points.
Okay. Xarxus, take 5 hit points back.
That puts me at 0.
Well, you start it. It starts at 0. So you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm at 5.
Yep, you're at 5.
Yep.
Been playing
Nice.
too many other systems.
I have.
All right. Anything else in your turn, Othniel?
I guess with the rest of my movement, I'll move backward 10. I'll move backward 10 feet.
Okay. If you do that, he is going to get an attack on you.
Okay, then I'll stay right there then.
Okay. All right. Kale.
All right.
Othniel, sorry, you also are gonna need to save me.
Am I going to do Dex?
Uh,
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. You managed to stay on your feet.
Mhm.
You kind of look over at TikTok like, why are you on your butt? What's the problem? Okay, go ahead, Kale.
Yeah. All that stone, he can move fast, but he can't corner with beans.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to Shadow of Colossus this. So I want to run and jump on him to try and climb up.
Are you trying to jump over the greased area?
Will that take out any of my movement? Will I have like a distance?
I will say no, but you'll have to make an athletics check to see if you can get to him that way. Otherwise, you're gonna.
I will do whichever option makes me not do an athletics roll.
Okay, so you're gonna have to make a dexterity save to run through the grease. Then.
That's fine.
Okay, go ahead. Oh yeah,
That's
piece
fine.
of cake. You got this.
I have -1 strength, so
All right.
don't make me do this. Okay.
So yeah, you just run across the grease to him, and then what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and. So he's still standing, right?
He
As far
is.
as I. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and climb up his leg.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a grapple check. Sorry.
Is it?
I think so.
Please have mercy.
Come on, you got this.
No, I don't. What is
I
it?
have
A strength
faith.
roll?
Yeah, it would be athletics.
I give you the luck of Xarxus.
Thank you. Is that enough?
Yeah, you go to run up his leg and he like swipes to try to knock you off, but you just dart right around it. Yeah. You managed to get right
Alright.
up his leg. You're about at his waist height. What are you gonna do?
Okay. Can I get all the way up to his head?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. I'm gonna go all the way up, and he's big. He's got big eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna do a sword burst on
Okay.
him.
All right. So,
So that
Dex
is
saving throw. 13.
I hit.
Okay. So,
So that
yeah.
is and it looks like I put it through roll 20 and it does want to add the +4, so I'll just do that. Looks like. So 5 damage.
Well, the spell just says it's a D6, right?
You add like a modifier to the damage, like with most attacks.
If it's an attack roll, you would. Let me look up the
Not work
spell.
like that for.
Let me look and
I thought it
see.
was that for like every spell.
No, it's definitely not.
No, it's just straight
Um,
D6. 1d6.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 point of damage.
Cool.
All right.
Should at least do something because I attacked his eye.
You made him mad.
Made him mad. Okay.
Yeah.
Kale does a nice cat face.
Yeah, and it is his turn. So I think he is going to try to grab you and throw you off of him.
Okay.
'Cause
Well, I
he's...
disagree with that.
So making let's see, this would be
I want to
acrobatics.
dodge.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you,
Uh,
God.
You're welcome. Yeah, he
Can't touch
reaches
this.
up to grab you, and you just like jump onto his arm, and then like bounce off of it and back onto his head, and he's just kind of flinging at you. Yeah. Zarxus, you're up.
Okay, so
Oh,
what
does
I
the
want.
giant have to do the dex save again?
Ah, yes, because he ended in the grease. Thank you. So he's flinging at Kale, and sure enough, his feet slip right out from under him, and he lands on the ground right next to TikTok. TikTok, you kind of feel the ground shake a little bit. All right, go ahead, Zarxus.
Okay, so I want to use my breath weapon to incinerate him, but I have comrade, at least one comrade in the way, right?
Do
So if I don't want to kill
yeah,
anyone.
you at this point you would hit Kale and TikTok, and probably you could probably miss Othniel because Othniel is right by you.
What kind of save is it?
It's a deck save.
Oh. Well, TikTok can't make that one. I wouldn't
No,
think. I could, maybe.
I don't want to accidentally kill anyone. Let's
Yeah.
see. How could we play this? We could just do a firebolt on him. I imagine he has some grease on him that might immolate him a bit. And
You can
Godspeed
certainly
to the
try.
rest of you.
Go ahead and
At least
make your
give them
attack
time
roll.
to get out.
Oh, let me fix that. Oh, it is an attack. Okay. 10.
10 is not going to do it. It looks like it would have hit him, but he shifts just as he tries to swing and knock Kale off of him, and the firebolt kind of goes under his arm away. All right, TikTok, you are on the ground right next to this giant.
I have to use my movement to become unprone, or my action to become unprone.
Actually,
It's half of your movement.
you would have advantage on that, Xarxis. No, you wouldn't. You would actually have disadvantage, but you missed anyway, so it doesn't matter because he's prone. Sorry, go ahead, TikTok.
So what do I need to do? Do I use half my movement to become unprone?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so I'll use half my movement to become unprone. Then I will take a swing at him
Okay.
while he's prone.
Okay. Go ahead. You get advantage. A 22 hits. You stand up and immediately whack him with your hammer, and 8 points of damage. Anything else on your turn?
I'm looking real quick because I think then I'll use my other half of my movement to get out of the dang grease.
Okay. So,
Figuring he's prone, so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity, does he?
he does. It would be a disadvantage.
Go ahead. I'll still move.
The grease appears, enters, or yeah. So yeah, he is going to take a swing at you. On his character sheet again. He gets an 11.
Not a chance.
Nope. It just doesn't even come close. Okay, and so you are moving out of the grease. All right. Athnia, you are up again.
All right, so I will take another shot with my crossbow.
Okay.
I get advantage because he's prone still, right?
Actually, it's disadvantage on a ranged attack.
Okay. All right, I'll still go for it because I don't want to move into the hot zone. Or soon to be hot zone.
The double-edged sword.
Yep.
It's an 11, but is not going to hit, unfortunately. Okay. He just kind of swats your crossbow bolt out of the air.
And then I will use my 30 feet to move back.
Okay. You're gonna go. You're the full 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
As much buffer zone between myself and the grease pit as much as I can.
Okay. Kale.
Okay. Well, since I am now standing on this guy's head,
You're gonna take this guy 1v1.
I guess. I can help make this plan work.
Yes.
So that is a reaction when he hits you.
Is it only a reaction? It's only a reaction.
Yes.
Okay,
Only
cool.
reaction.
In that case,
No, wait a second.
Yeah. It's a reaction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I haven't even been damaged by him yet.
Yeah, he's gotta do damage to you before you can do that.
Okay, well I hope he doesn't do damage to
Yeah, that spell description does not look like it's complete, but okay.
Oh well. I have daggers.
Okay,
That
so
probably doesn't do.
Well, would you get advantage because you are melee attacking him?
Do I get advantage?
he is still prone. Yeah, you would get advantage.
Alright, I'm gonna roll again then.
Yep, go for it.
What was it? Plus 6. Oh, that's much better.
That'll definitely hit.
That'll do it.
All right, you want to just take that damage roll?
I think that's the highest I
Yeah,
can get.
that's the max damage. So yeah, I'll give you
That's
that.
max damage.
Take it.
I'm not putting that up.
Points is points.
Okay. Yeah, he's really getting mad now. I think he heaves himself to his feet. And I think he's gonna try and whack at you with his club. And I'm not giving you the dexterity saving throws, by the way, because you're on him, not on the grease. Yeah.
I figured.
Oh, that is multi attack. That's good.
Oh,
To
fun.
know. Okay. Well, he's gonna take a swing at you and get an 18
Okay, is that against my
against your AC.
armor class?
Yep.
Because that hits, and now I can use.
Now you can use Hellish Rebuke.
Now I can use Hellish Rebuke. Yeah.
Okay.
After he finishes.
Oh, he can baseball bat me off, and I'll just set him on fire.
Blaze of glory.
Okay. What even was it?
Okay.
So dexterity saving throw,
Well, you can't.
or is it?
Let's see. The hellish.
Because I assume I take damage because an 18
you gotta
hits
take-
me.
You gotta take the damage first.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So you actually, yeah, you don't get a chance then to hellish rebuke because you take 19 points of damage. That almost.
Okay, Kale's dead.
No, you're not dead. You're unconscious.
Sure.
Okay, it's a good thing I got healing hands.
That almost outright kills you. Because you hadn't taken damage before, had you?
No.
No. Yeah, so
I have
11.
at -8.
You're at -8, so you're not quite dead. Phew. Yeah, so he, although technically, when he hits you, you would fall off of him and take fall damage. But yeah, we'll hand wave that.
I'm a cat. We can pretend.
Yeah.
They always land
I'm,
on
I'm an
my feet.
unconscious cat, but
Yes. Let's
9
say that's one
lives,
of your
right?
9 lives. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
I'm gonna note
Okay.
that down.
And then I think he is going to, let's see, TikTok, you got out of there. I think he's going to try and move over Zarxis and take his second swing at you. Keep closing his character sheet for some reason. Why? He gets a 12.
And that's just a hit.
Oh, it does hit you? Oof. So you take 14 points of damage.
Ooh. That puts
You're
me at...
-9.
Yep.
Does that kill you?
-9.
Yeah.
Is it, what is it? Negative your max hit points?
Your max hit points. Yeah.
Yep, I have 8.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Light a match, guys, and then just run.
All right. TikTok, you're up.
Let me look at my spells. Spare the Dying does nothing for the Xanthric right now, does it?
I'm gonna say I'll let it go this time. I'm gonna say that for now you're just unconscious. And yes, you can cast Spare the Dying on him.
He's just unconscious. I could probably bring him back up, too.
Yeah. For this time, I'm gonna be gracious.
Actually, Healing Word.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's a bonus action, actually.
And that hits more than one person, doesn't it?
No.
Just one person.
Yeah.
Oh, did we have him make another dex save? Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, let's find out where this guy's positioned first.
He gets a 2, so he's positioned flat on his butt again.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll 1d.
It's range, too. So I do not have to get up there in the grease in order to cast that.
You do not.
Nope.
So go ahead and roll a d4.
Xanthric.
2. So you take 4 points of healing, Zarxus.
Nice.
Yeah, you come to consciousness again, lying in the mud.
Quick question. Did Cal fall out of the grease zone when he got...
No, he is still in the grease.
I'm a greasy boy.
Grease cat. Seems like there's a saying about that or something.
Well, since that was a
I feel like
bonus
there
action,
is.
I'm going to try to, again, get the giant's attention on me.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my attack then. I'll use my crossbow. It should be far enough away.
Okay. Yep, go for it. Oh, that hits. So he takes
Nice.
another 3 points of damage. Alright. Okay, Othniel, you're up.
All right. How far away is Kale from me at this point?
Probably, we'll say 40 feet.
Okay, so it's gonna take a dash for me to get to him then.
Yes.
Which means I wouldn't be able to use healing hands on him yet. All right, I'm going to move forward. Let's see if I'm 40 away. I'm going to move forward 20 feet and crossbow.
Okay. Nineteen hits.
19.
Ooh, 10 points of damage on
10
that.
points of damage.
That's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, he felt that one. Okay.
Hang on for a round, Kale. I'm coming.
I'll do my best.
All right, Kale. Death saving throw.
Okay. Is that just a con save?
No, it's just a flat d20.
Oh, cool.
Ooh. Well, that's one failure.
It's okay, I have 9 lives. 8 lives.
And I think the giant is going to stand up again. And he probably he's not noticed that Xarxus is up. Or well, awake. So I think he's either going to go after Athniel or TikTok. I'm gonna roll for it. Okay, so Athniel, being the last one who attacked him, he's going to charge at you.
Makes sense.
And yeah, he is going to swing his big stick at you. For an 18.
18 does hit.
Oof. You take 22 points of damage.
I am down. I only have 10 hit points.
Okay.
I think maybe we made a mistake.
Yeah, I am down.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
You are unconscious now. And I think he kind of wheels back around at the rest of you and just kind of roars.
The rest of us, meaning me.
Well, Xarxus
And
is awake,
Xarxus.
but
Oh,
he
Xarxus.
just
Oh.
kind of roars in your general direction. All right, Xarxus.
All right, so our friend has left the grease trap, right?
The giant, yeah.
Let's see, and about how far away is he from me right now?
He is, we'll say about 20 feet.
Okay. Well, I am going to throw a firebolt at him.
Okay. I assume you're gonna stand up first.
Oh yeah, stand up.
Okay.
Why is that not? Whatever. Wow, another 10.
Nice.
10. I'm gonna do it. And then you need to make a dex saving throw for your own grease.
That is.
So you fall back on your face.
Going back to sleep, guys.
May as well at this point.
All right, TikTok. Save us all.
Yeah, right. A level 1 cleric. I got 2 spells and I've used one of them.
It's fine.
Well-
Ask God for help.
I am going to use my bonus action and my last of my healing, whatever that was that I did last time, on Ortha. Oh, yeah. I'm saying your name wrong.
Othniel.
Thaniel.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that. 1d4 plus 2.
Oh, it's D4 plus 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 3
so
points.
Othniel, you are back at 3.
Okay.
Then I am going to... Saying something doesn't cost an action, does it?
Nope.
Okay. So I'm going to shout to the villagers that We are fighting your fight. Come and help us fight your fight.
Make
You want me to do a persuasion?
yeah, make a persuasion roll.
I believe in you.
I have 0 charisma bonus, guys, so this should be fun.
See if cold stone logic.
Ooh, nice.
19. All right. You give a rousing but brief speech. Let's see what happens. All right, Othniel, it is your
Then
turn.
I'm gonna shoot. Well, no, I still got my attack.
Yep, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay, do it.
And I used my good roll on persuasion.
Yeah. All right. Now, Othniel.
Okay, so if I have to use half my movement distance to get up, I'm not going to be close. It's not going to get me close enough to get to Kale, is it? Because I'm 20 feet
Nope.
away.
Actually, you can just get to Kale, but the giant is right next to you, and
Yeah.
he's gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to switch from the crossbow to my mighty warhammer. Then
Okay.
I'm going to try to take him out at the knees.
Okay. Go ahead and make a big attack roll.
On the knee crusher.
Okay, let's swing the holy hammer of Habakkuk.
Ooh,
Yes.
Crit!
Ooh!
nice.
I can do a
15
different
points of
check.
damage, and
And do I get it? Is that already doubled, or do I get to roll additional damage? Because that's a crit.
the +1 is the additional damage. Unfortunately, you rolled a 1 on your extra die.
Okay.
And now he is officially bloodied.
Oh shit, we might actually be able to do it.
Well, with some
Okay.
more luck, maybe.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Othniel?
Question.
Yes.
If I were to try to light one of my torches, because I have a tinderbox as well as some torches, is that it? Would that be an action and not a bonus action?
Yeah, that would be an action, I would say.
Okay. All right, then. Dumb and stupid question part so I can plan for next time. Would throwing the torch onto him to ignite whatever grease is already on him, would that be a action as well, or would that be a bonus action?
I would say. So it would be object interact. So you would draw it. You can draw it for free. I'll say you can light it as object interaction.
Okay.
You could
All
light
right.
it.
I know what I'm.
You could light it this turn, or you could wait and light it next turn, and then still throw it as an action.
I'm going to go ahead and light it now.
Okay. Okay. All right. Kale.
All right. Death save. Death save. Okay.
18. All right. So it's 1 and 1. The hill giant. Think is going to reach into his bag. He's got that big old nasty looking bag, and he pulls out a rock. Looks like the size of a pumpkin, just solid rock, and he's going to whip it at you, Othniel, seeing the blazing torch in your hand. For a 24 to hit.
Mm.
25 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, well, I'm down. So when I fall, does the torch fall into the grease?
Uh,
Because it's lit.
wait, you ran into where the grease is, right?
Or am I? Or is it going to fall close enough to possibly ignite him? I guess is my question.
Wait.
As it falls out of my hand.
Oh wait, you chose not to run to Kale, so you're still standing next to the giant.
Well, I was till he hit me with the rock. Yeah.
Oh, so he wouldn't have thrown it. That wouldn't have made sense then.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because I did not go to Kale because I didn't want. I
that's
couldn't
right.
afford
I
the.
was thinking you ran
I
there.
didn't want to risk the opportunity.
Eater of the mind. Okay, so he's gonna swing at you with his club then. He still gets a 26 to hit and 15 points of damage. So you
All
are
right,
down
so
again.
I am down. And what
Um,
happens to the torch?
you know what? Just roll me a flat d20. See how your luck is.
Sure. No problem. 13.
A 13. I will say, it does do some damage to him. It does 3 points of damage to him, but then it flickers out.
Okay, fair enough. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
There you go. All right, Xarxus. Actually, Xarxus, before your turn, several villagers come running out, from the buildings. These appear to be, farmers, and they are carrying pitchforks, and they start jabbing at this guy. We're gonna say between the three of them, or between all of them, I'm not gonna roll a bunch of attack rolls and damage and stuff. I'm just gonna say between all of them, they managed to do 4 points of damage this turn. And
Hooray, peasants.
um, then do the turn order. While it is your turn, Xerxes.
Alright, so I'm gonna get up. And so these other peasants are engaging in melee with our giant friend.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stand up and I'm going to do a firebolt.
Okay. Go for it.
Hopefully we don't get 10 again.
A 20 is a
20.
hit.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Had to happen eventually.
9 points of damage. He's starting to look pretty rough. Couple more hits like that, and he's gonna go down.
Did he catch any more fire from that?
Roll me a d20. Oh. Yeah, you caught him right where a big glop of grease had smeared on him. He is going to take another 4 points of damage, and he is currently on fire.
Woo! And I might move a few feet out of my own grease trap now.
Okay. All right. The sorry, I'm just trying to find a little symbol to put on him. Boy, there's a fire symbol here. Surely.
You think they'd have like an icon of pants on fire, you know?
Yeah. Liar, pants on. Okay. Stop it. Okay. Tic Tac.
Um, I think I think my old war ways would probably kick in at this point, and I would probably try to do more damage to him by shooting him with the crossbow.
Okay. Go ahead. 22 hits.
Nice.
Okay. And Othniel.
All right, saving throw. Death save, 1 success.
Okay.
All right.
Another death save. 12.
Nice.
Okay, you guys are rocking the death saves. I think that the giant is going to I think he is going to whip a rock at Xarxus. So coming at you with a 23.
Mm.
Barely hits.
Yeah, so you are back down again.
Mm.
The farmers are gonna keep jabbing him. Another 4 points of damage. And Xarxus, I need another death save.
Does he take any more burning damage?
Oh yes. On his turn, he's gonna take another 3 points of damage. He's really looking rough now. Okay, you succeed on your save and TikTok.
So,
Finish him.
seeing that he's looking bad, I'm going to use both my normal attack and I'm going to use the last of my special attacks because of the war
Yeah, go for it.
priest.
That one's not
Missed
gonna
the
hit,
first one.
unfortunately.
Crit!
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
I mean, I'm not all show and flash, so I see that the first one misses, so I take extra careful aim on the second one, and I think I'm gonna pick up a clue from my cat friend and probably have aimed for the eye.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the crossbow bolt catches him right between the eyes with this thickening, and he falls backwards, just flat on his back, lying in the mud, not the grease, because he's outside of the grease area, but he is dead. And I think several of the townspeople come running out and quickly tend to all of your wounds and are able to stabilize you over the next few turns. So you all
I mean, I can make some medicine rolls. I could stabilize it with that, can I?
well you have spare the dying too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely they all get spare the dying.
Yeah. So you all managed to survive. That was a brutal fight.
Yeah.
Whew.
I think we
I like
learned.
being on 3 death saves.
And with that, it is 11 o'clock. So just in time. Whew. Wow.
That was a rough one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that the one shot is designed for you to either convince the villagers to help you, or go and find the this giant slayer person, or both. And you guys chose to take him on yourselves.
I got a little bit of help from the villagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That saved the day, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just don't let me talk to the people anymore. In fact, just
I
don't
took
listen to any of my
none
ideas.
in persuasion whatsoever. You'd think as a cleric I would have persuasion, but
Yeah, it's not really
I
your
also have
thing.
no clue how people
Mhm.
work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to work some of my paladin persuasion next time around.
There you go.
Do I have persuasion? God, I hope not. No, I don't.
I got a
I
plus
do have
2
really good
to it.
charisma.
Plus 3 charisma bonus.
I've got 4.
I got none of that.
I should probably do some talking next time.
Oh man. Wow. All right. Well, that was fun, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
I thought we were going to have all of us dead by the end of this.
Yeah, I
It
was
was
thinking I
looking
was gonna
that
have
way.
to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was already
mean,
planning my new. I was already planning my new character.
Oh God.
Yeah. Technically, we should have. But I didn't want to kill. I don't want to
Oh,
kill you in the first session. That's not fun.
thank you.
Save the TPK for at least another week or two, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah. We'll let him live 1 week.
Give us hope.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, y'all. Next week.
Good game, guys.
Next
Hey,
week
good one.
we will get into Sandpoint proper.
And whoever our viewers are, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. I've seen a few
Yeah.
people.
Thanks for
pointing
hanging
it out.
around, everyone.
X45 and Aramis and Terror Engine. Thanks for watching. All right, I will see y'all next week.
Okay,
All right, later.
later.